And also that if you want to come out of that, then you have to plan accordingly to do so, because our daily practices and our daily habits, it's a habit form. It's a hard issue when it comes to money. It gets into a whole nother emotional base. When you guys come to us, that's like an open book. It's a trust factor. We're able to see what your charges are. We're able to see those things that is very close to you. And so it's like, it's not so much you handing it over to us, so to speak, to take care of it. We want to be able to help you get into place so that when we are actually able to hand you back, to give you the tools in order for you to try to maintain it, or at least to try to pursue it at some point, to want to, do better. All of us can improve, including all of us here on the line, on everything. And just being able to give yourself that time to be able to consider that.
Yeah. Well, that's you've I think you set the table
Show's
for the
done.
day.
Show's done.
Yeah, I know.
Show's
Show's
done.
out. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo,
God bless.
Pete.
Good night. That's all you know.
No.
But you
put that feather in your hat.
yeah. That's right. So I mean, no, but I think I was saying that's a direction to talk about, because of this is Small Business Saturday today, and yesterday was supposedly Black Friday, and but it's like they've had Black Friday since October. They had
Correct.
pre-Black Friday, Black
Didn't they
Friday
have it
week.
in the summertime too?
Yeah, Black
Somebody
Friday in
did some in the
July.
summertime. Yeah.
It's
early
all the time.
early early stage shopping or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's consumer
Yes.
spending. So you touch on a
Prime
good thing.
Day, Amazon.
Yeah. Everybody got one. Wayfair got one. Walmart got one. All right. So, but your statement makes total sense, because this is while we are focused on business, but your personal life is business too. And like you said, I mean, just because it's on sale doesn't mean it has to be purchased. And that's the
And I just want to chime in with one thing too, because a lot of times we have to be careful. Any new people who are becoming entrepreneurs, or you truly are a business owner. When I say that, I mean like you are really an operation of, because a lot of times we can possibly run our business the way we run our individual personal accounts. And those are two totally different things. And if the mindset is still you're using it as your personal account, then your decision is going to be driven by your personal demand.
your personal. But that's an
Right.
excellent point too. So I mean, that's the thing. And a lot of people, especially if you're just getting started, you're coming out the workforce, there's a high chance that you're not making the same amount of money with this business as you were when you
Yeah.
worked.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, day one, your job almost guarantee you not, because
Right.
it's going out. So there you go. And honestly, you may never match it like dollar for dollar. So you have to like think to yourself, like, what else you get? You're getting other perks from it. But the point is that there is an adjustment in personal finance that has to take place. And some of these things, one of the ways to moderate this is to break your emotions.
Yeah, he's traveling through the dark zone there. So what he was saying is break your emotions down, break them down, and understand what is your personal factors for
Yes.
for your finances, right? And be realistic when it comes to the business. So, a lot of times I tell our business students that once you start a business, the business now has its own heartbeat. And so it's
Yeah.
important for you to not only drive the business, but also not get in the way of the business by your own personal hangups, especially when it comes to the financial aspects of being in business, which is not, we're not saying it's an easy thing. It's difficult, especially when when you have an immediate transition from going employee to business owner. It takes a while. It takes a while. It takes a few years to really get things under control within yourself to understand your flow. Now, there's tools out there, and there's professionals out there that can help you, you know, implement and begin that alignment. But the overall processing, what you should do on a daily basis, as Nicole was stating, what you should do on a monthly basis, what you should do on a quarterly basis, right? Those things take time. There's different phases, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's different frequencies, there's different times, there's different development strategies, implementation strategies, again, tax planning strategies, um, net free cash flow strategies, profit strategies, revenue strategies, product strategies. So there's so many things to help you become more comfortable with these finances. And so it would definitely behoove you to take the time to take these whatever resources you can to have at least a foundational understanding of how it works, and then seek that professional assistance so because it'll shorten the learning curve for the most part, right? And we all can't build it by ourselves. Make sense, right, Nicole?
That's right. You can't build it by yourself. And we also encourage, we have a tendency to be afraid to ask for help and assistance. And a lot of times I feel like that always comes down to, of course, it comes down to how much it is and all of that. But, as we stated before, ask for the help, find out what that is. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. And even if you don't know the questions, like we offer that as far as free consultation, to be able just to have a discussion for about 15 to 20 minutes that may be able to open up your mind, open up your thoughts about different things to consider. And because that's what we're here for. We're here to help the small business and mid-sized business owners to be able to, and even those who are considering that, just starting out, like Corey and James were stating, to be able to successfully think about things. Because when you Google it, it's going to give you an expansive list. You know what I mean, Corey, about what it is you should do. And you have to consider where you are today, where you may be in 6 months, 12 months to a year, and just what you need to be doing. We've seen business owners come in and they do the whole, they have taken money straight from being employed to acquiring a lot of overhead. Just using it as an example that may not necessarily be necessary, at that particular time. Because then when you're thinking about it, you have to take your mindset out of the fact that you're receiving a check on the 15th and the 30th of the month, compared to as an entrepreneur. That's a different level, unless you have clients definitely lined and signed up to be able to filter that. But you don't want to start out with all of this overhead just because you may have that money. You have to consider what it is. Just using this as an example, what's going to be more important to you? Is your systems going to be more important? Is it going to be making sure that you had a resource available to be on board those clients to provide the service from front to end, so you can have a great building of your reputation as a business, as your work for what it is that you are presenting to them. Also, in making sure that you have what you need, at that particular time, to be able to do it without putting more pressure and stress on yourself in areas that you don't necessarily need to. What fits a model for someone else may not fit the model for you. And you're going to have to decide exactly what that is for you and your business. And not only that, just what your niche is, what your area is. And that may take some trial and error, but do know in the process of you doing that you need to make sure that you understand it. And if you don't understand it, that's our point today, is encouraging you, the classes, the resources, considering, how you're thinking about things, considering the resource that we are here to be to you as well.
Correct. No, that's excellent points.